In a world that was unprecedented, a world that was a new normal, one church chose to keep the appropriate social distance and meet online. Despite all the odds, Hope Church continued to meet online, even during a worldwide pandemic. They said Hope would never survive. They were wrong. They said all hope was lost. They were wrong. They continued to grow in numbers, and soon they will rendezvous to get the job done. Coming this September.
Coming in September? Well, we're planning on September anyway, thanks largely to the feedback that we received from so many of you from the survey that we handed out. It looks like our best plan is mid-September to start regathering for worship in person at our facility once again. Exactly when? I'll get to that in just a moment. But first, back in mid-March, did you think it was going to be half a year until we were able to regather for worship in person here? I know I sure didn't. And the summer hasn't exactly provided the relief that I think so many were hoping for. I know a lot of folks are struggling and hurting financially, emotionally, and even relationally. And while it's true that some things have reopened in some gradual steps, like we've even seen in our own state of New Jersey, by the way, some of those steps have gotten pulled back, as you know. While all of that is true, it's also true there are things that we're just not certain of yet, like what will our official capacity be for regathering at that time? And what kinds of safeties and dangers are there in singing when we get back together? I don't know if you thought about that, but maybe you've read some of the stuff on the dangers of singing in large groups and the spread rates and all that stuff. Well, I like how one person put it. It's less like a switch that gets flicked on and off, and more like a dimmer switch that can gradually get raised over time. So just hang with us and keep participating online. You've done so well worshiping and fellowshipping that way over these past weeks. Keep doing that, folks, because we want to gradually detail for you some important things in the weeks ahead, thinking about regathering and what it's going to take. Things like masks and social distancing, and things like facility cleanliness, and things like HCC kids programming, and more. And our plan would probably best just be described in phases. The first phase is going to be a leaders only phase, where we get to work out some of the things in advance as leaders and make sure that we've got some safeties and precautions in place and systems ready to be able to handle folks coming in for our Welcome Back Sunday that we're planning for September 13th. September 13th as our Welcome Back Sunday. And of course, we are going to continue online worship for those that will need to remain at home or choose to remain at home. And we certainly will need to do an online registration system so that we know how many people are coming and capacities at that time. So just look forward to those phases. But what is most important right now is this: prayer. Would you just lift up this time to God and ask Him for wisdom so that we are ready in this preparatory time? Prayer, patience. Could we all just have a really good, flexible mindset about what it's going to take in these next weeks? Prayer, patience, prudence. Could we be smart about what kinds of measures have to be put in place and what steps to take? Prayer, patience, prudence. Practicality. What's reasonable? What can we actually do and pull off in terms of getting back to in-person worship? Prayer, patience, prudence, practicality, and positivity. Having a good, willing mindset together as the body of Christ that we are, working together in a positive frame of mind as we gear up for the road to returning.